Praise God. I'm so happy again kukua hapa. Nimekaribisha wewe mtazamaji wangu jinsi ambao tumekuwa kawaida yetu ya kuja kujibu maswali ambao watu wameuliza. Na leo pia kuna watu walisema nirudishe Pastor Baraka. Na leo pia nikasema nimrudishe kwa sababu ni mtu ambaye nimeona amejawa na baraka pia nyingi sana. Mtumishi wa Mungu, karibu.
Asante.
Tukaribishe, utuambie umetoka wapi, wewe ni nani?
Asante sana.
Yes.
Kwa majina ninaitwa Baraka Mwamba. Nimeokoka kwa neema ya Mungu.
Yes.
Na kwa hiyo neema ninafunza na pia ninahubiri Biblia.
Yes.
Ninashiriki na kanisa inaitwa Patria Mission Church. Tuko Dagoretti South off Ngina Road, behind Kahuho Primary.
Yes.
Our services are run Sundays at 9 a.m. and we finish the service, the Sunday service at midday. Yani saa 3 mpaka saa 6 tunakuwa tumemaliza ibada. Asante sana.
Wow. Nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya mtumishi wa Mungu, ni wa baraka sana kwetu. Na upande hiyo pia nimepata neema ya mtumishi wa Mungu ambaye amenikaribisha hapa katika mtaa yake ya Ezesha Plus Kenya. Karibu sana director.
Thank you sir.
Karibu sana. Tuambie wewe ni nani, unafanya nini? Karibu sana.
Asante sana, asante mchungaji.
Yes.
Mimi naitwa Justus Ronald Mukaya na mimi chinzi umesema ni mwanzilishi ama founder na mkurugenzi ama director wa hii organization ambayo inaitwa Ezesha Plus Kenya. Na Ezesha iko mahali kwingi, lakini sasa hivi leo tuko katika branch yetu ya Komarok along Spiny Road. Na hili ni shirika ambalo ni lisilo la serikali na ni government organization. Na kazi yetu ni community empowerment, and we do empowerment by way of training. We believe that the best way of empowering a person is to offer them a skill, because a skill is inseparable from the career and is also can apply regardless of the location.
Yes.
And for that reason tunafanya pia kazi na viongozi na makanisa na mashirika mbalimbali. Na ningependa pia kukaribisha Mark Timothy show hapa leo.
Karibu.
Kwa maana hapa ni nyumbani.
Yes.
Na sisi vile tunaendelea kuwezesha na hata tuwezesha wa Kenya.
Tunashukuru.
Tuwezesha wa Kenya, tuwezesha watu wa Mungu.
Yes.
Karibuni sana.
Thank you. Wow, that is so powerful. Niko na director hapa wa Ezesha Plus Komarok, na pia tuko na Baraka, Pastor Baraka. On our topic today is excellence. Is it excellence a spirit? That is a question ambayo tuliulizwa, na kwa sababu ya hiyo nimeona excellence toka tuliingia mpaka tumefika. So ningependa kukukaribisha katika topic ya leo na Mungu akubariki. Pastor Baraka, today we have a very serious topic ambayo kuna mtu mmoja aliniuliza. Na hii topic nimekuwa nikisema ya kwamba nitabidi niwatafute watu ambao wana hiyo kitu inaitwa excellence. Mtu ameuliza, is excellent a spirit?
I will begin by saying that hakuna kitu duniani ambayo si spirit. Every physical thing is a spiritual thing. Whatever you see in the physic is the manifestation of a spirit. Therefore, excellency is a spirit. And maybe we need to begin by defining a spirit. What is a spirit? A spirit is a supernatural reality that has got sequences of activities that are made visible in sequences in the physical world.
Wow.
That is a spirit. Kwa mfano, ukipata mtu anakuanga na tabia ya kufanya kitu fulani, hiyo tabia inakwambia kwamba huyu mtu akona roho ya hiyo kitu. Hiyo kitu, ile roho haionekani, lakini jinsi hiyo roho inakaa, maumbile na tabia ya hiyo roho inaonekana kupitia ule mtu.
Yes.
Therefore, come to excellency. Excellency is a spirit. And this is a spirit that seeks to do things towards perfection. The spirit of excellency is a continued spirit. It's a spirit that seeks improvement of people, environments, structures, and everything that has to do with human life. That is the spirit of excellency.
Wow. You get my point? Already tumepata kujua excellent is a spirit. And because of that, tuko na director wa Echeza ambaye nimeona excellent toka tuliingia mpaka hapa tumekuwa. Mtumishi wa Mungu, inamaanisha excellence wewe uko na hiyo roho tayari. How do you manage to do with this? Because I really love that.
As Pastor puts it, excellence is actually a spirit.
Okay.
And it's that urge to do things the way they are supposed to be done, even more to perfection, almost close to perfection.
Yes, yes.
And that's something that you cannot train someone. You may not train someone excellence. It's something that is someone has it naturally. I could say it's a spirit, as Pastor puts it.
Okay.
Now, myself, like for example, I'm founder and the director of this organization.
Yes.
One thing that usually drives me to doing things right is that made me begin this institution. So that every other time I have that is disturbing me. How can this thing be done even better? You see, that spirit, mchungaji, that one in the morning, unamuka unaweza kombo nywele hivi na uchange style, you combo the other side because you see like it's not how it was supposed to be to fit what you are supposed to do. So, and I could say much as excellence is a spirit, ninasema ni kwamba you must be working towards it every other time. It requires effort, it requires determination, that discipline. It requires, you must be that person that want to achieve those new things every other time. Kwamba you must be willing to every other time. Hata ukiona kitu kama umefanya iko perfect, then kesho ukiamuka you think how can it be better than you did it yesterday.
Yes, yes.
So then by so doing unapata tume excel. Kama hiyo organization unapata tumefika mahali ambao tumefika. I may not talk about it more in spirit like pastor could say,
yes, yes,
in terms of spirit, but what I'm saying is this is something that someone is born with, but now you must work around it. Lazima ubadilie so that now it works,
yes,
much
yes,
as it is a spirit, because most people ni wale ambaye wako na the spirit of excellence, but wengine hata hawajatambua wako naye, na wengine wako naye and they're doing nothing about it. So it's something that requires you work upon it every other time.
Yes,
every
yes,
other time unaibadilia, it has all the ingredients
na ukuwe na desire ya
na desire to achieve more every other time. Today you are a gospel preacher, you are a minister of the word. So what you did yesterday ukienda ukiangalia hivi, then tomorrow you aspire to do even more better. That spirit pushes you to do things even better than you did yesterday. And that is how we are alive at this.
Wow.
Yes,
I like it. This is so powerful because I've seen excellence in this man of God. Actually, whatever he does in excellent way. Now, how do you impact that spirit? Because unaletewa wanafunzi, unaletewa watu hawana hiyo respect. How do you manage to impact that spirit in them?
You see, human beings are born differently, and as I said, watu wengi ni wale ambaye they have many things in them, but you know the environment, when you put people in the right environment, then people get to realize what is in them.
Okay.
You don't need to do much. You see, today you find someone ambaye akona kitu fulani kiko ndani yake, lakini kwa sababu ako exposed to a toxic environment, that thing may not come out of the person.
Yes, yes.
Did you know today even an intercessor, a church intercessor in the church, only requires that piece of environment ambaye ina promote kile kitu ambacho kiko ndani yake. So what we do here, for example, we expose these people, we put them in an environment that favors what is in them to start coming out, because you may not create something in a person, but that is in a person, if you create a conducive environment for it to manifest itself, then it starts coming out. You put these people, you talk to them, you make them realize that they are useful people. You see, I've seen people in churches saying, oh Mungu, mimi mbele yako mimi ni kitu bure, mimi sifai. You see, when you are in such an environment and you remain kukua kitu bure, but you see God says sisi ni wa maana, kwa mbele yake sisi ni wa maana, tumeumbwa kwa mfano wake. So when you put people in an environment that makes them believe and feel that they are important and they could do things, then those things in them, that spirit of excellence starts to manifest itself.
Yes.
What is in a person starts to come out. So I could say today it's all about being in the right environment, and that is, for example, what we create here.
Yes, yes.
Even in the churches, you wake up in the morning, you go to church, and the first thing pastor comes and says to me, tukemee kwanza mapepo, tunaona mapepo. You see, if you preach mapepo, mapepo will manifest themselves.
Yes, yes.
But you concentrate and talk of Jesus, and Jesus will manifest himself.
Yes, yes.
So when you are in an environment that promotes that excellence, excellence will manifest. It will start coming out of that person.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Wow. He says, like, number one, environment matters a lot. Anytime you are in the right environment, utaanza kubadilishwa hata mafikira yako. The entire life itabadilika. Your excellence itaanza kuonekana. So make sure you uko mahali ambapo kuna watu wana deal na excellence. Napenda hiyo. Pastor Baraka, napenda sana kusikia jinsi ambayo unasema excellence in the ministry. that one inataka wewe mwenyewe ukuwe umejingisha into the ministry kabisa.
Ningetaka kusema ya kwamba tumekubaliana ya kwamba excellency ni roho. Na hakuna roho ambayo inajidhihirisha duniani kama hakuna mwanadamu mwenye amekubali kufanya hiyo roho ifanye kazi duniani.
Yes, yes.
And so for the spirit of excellence ipatikane duniani, lazima kuwe na mwanadamu mwenye atajitoa kufanya kazi kwa njia fulani. And this is the avenue by which spirits get right on earth.
Yes, yes.
And baadhi ya vitu ambazo zinatupaswa kufanya ni kuamini in excellency. When you believe, you begin to behave. When you begin to behave, you attract. When you attract, you manifest.
Yes, yes.
These are things we need to have in life. Now, umesema jambo ambayo inanifurahisha in ministry. According to my brother Paul, in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11 downwards, the same God, the same Spirit, has given some to be apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers for the edification of the body of Christ.
Yes, yes.
Now, for the work of ministry, kazi yangu si kufanya huduma. Kazi yangu ni kufunza washirika kufanya huduma. Therefore, you understand, ministry is not what you do in church.
Yes, yes.
Ministry, it is the impact you make in people's lives out of the four walls we are calling the church today.
Yes, yes.
And for this to happen, lazima vichwa vya watu vibadilike, jinsi watu wanafikiria. Jinsi ndugu yangu amekuwa akisema, the director Justus, mimi bure, mimi hapana weza, ile roho ya kujihukumu inafanya kwamba utaanza kubehave in a certain way. And when you behave in that manner, you attract the spirit of that caliber. And that spirit begins to manifest in your life. Now, the duty and responsibility of the preachers, it is to help people discover who they are. So that they begin to believe in who they are, begin to practice who they are. Listen, speaking to the same people in Ephesus, my brother Paul says, this is not how we taught you Christ. In other words, Christ being a spirit, he is a class. He is a module.
Wow.
So, a spirit, you can grow in excellence. Since we believe and we have agreed that excellence is a spirit, you can grow in it by the virtue of studying, by the virtue of researching, by the virtue of being around people who are practicing excellency. So you get to learn from them. There are things lazima uone mtu anafanya ili ujifunze. There are things you just need to be where it is taking place for you to see how it happens. And so the excellency in ministry should be broken in this manner. One, the preacher should believe in the fullness of the scriptures. Because when we believe in the fullness of the scriptures, we are able to tell people who they are, not what the society has been telling them they are. Secondly, we will begin to help people rediscover themselves. When people discover themselves, it is easy for them to begin the path towards towards excellency, because excellency is a journey that takes people towards perfection. And so imagine if we are in this country and the 52 million, are we 52 million?
47 million.
Almost 50.
Around 52.
47 million of us or more, each and every one of us is living his original life. That life is perfect. For I know the plans I have for you, says God plans to prosper you and to grant you a bright future, not to hurt you. In other words, the life that God has for you as a person is a life of excellency. Now, the excellency has to do with who you are, and who you are is revealed in your area of calling. And your area of calling, and the exercises in your area of calling attracts perfection of work, which is excellency.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That is so powerful. I think you are getting how to understand how you can create that environment of excellency. The way we are going to talk with director here, because I believe this is the right place to grow in the excellency? Because wewe unafundisha Biblia, wewe saa zingine unasaidia watu kwa njia mingi. Hebu niambie sasa, unaambia watu wakuje Chesa uwafundishe excellence, wale wako around.
Yeah, you see, just like my brother puts it, excellence is a journey.
Yes.
And it begins at some point. Like what we do here, because I could wish to speak about it more from this corporate side of, and from organizational point of view.
Yes, yes.
Given also, even church is an organization. Is that in an organization such as this, for you, you know, like what we do now, for you to be able to realize, for you to be able to walk in this journey of excellence, one, you should also be able to follow those people that have already excelled. What is it that they did that made them or put them where they are today, that they can be used as a point of reference?
Yes, yes.
You see, lead more, as Pastor puts it. And again, of course, for you to walk that journey, you must be this person that is ready to learn, that is ready to listen. You know, you listen more than even you speak.
Yes,
because,
yes.
And also be able to take in corrections, like Bible rightly puts it in Proverbs 12 there, that anyone who loves knowledge, anyone who loves this excellence, needs to be told when they go wrong.
Yes, yes.
Actually, you see, Bible says that this is stupid to hate being corrected. Because now, when you're running this journey of excellence, then you must always make mistakes on the way. You must be corrected, because there is always someone who knows what you did not know.
Yes.
In this world as we walk. So what I say is that when you come, for example, in this institution, you are able to cultivate all those factors, those aspects in someone, so that at the end of the day, one walks, and it's not a one-day journey. Pastor Baraka will tell you, this must be a very long journey, because it's a journey towards perfection. And you know, perfection is not something that just comes in the morning. So, but when you enter the stream, you know, like now you are swimming across that in that journey of excellence, at the end of the day, you are either perfect or headed to that perfection side.
Yes, yes.
So what we say is, I still repeat, environment, learn more, learn from people that have already excelled. And again, of course, you cannot teach people excellency when you yourself do not portray characters that seems like leading people to excellency. You know, a blind cannot lead another blind man.
Sure, sure.
So what we say ni kwamba wewe mwenyewe lazima ukuwe ni kielelezo kwamba today ukikuja kuniambia hata kama ni injili mchungaji, you know, uwezi amuka leo asubuhi. Can we think of a situation leo unaenda kanisani na mnafanya worship mnamaliza. Alafu sasa mnasema tusimame tukaribishe mchungaji. Mchungaji anatokea na vest na jeans na anasema Bwana Yesu asifiwe. You see, you must be that person who is also inspiring, that you must lead. People should look at you and they see that spirit in you, so that motivates them. So mostly what we do again, for you to lead others, we look for those people. We look at who is that person that can inspire someone. What have you done? Like today, Pastor Mark, we are here because there is that thing that you saw.
Yes,
and then we say, oh, you see, Pastor Mark has seen this. Then it inspires us.
Yes, yes.
So assuming you are in that journey, then we will easily be your followers.
Yes, yes.
Because we'll be following those footsteps. Because excellence here, the spirit, as Pastor puts it, also comes by seeing, you know, what is that person doing, then it starts entering you, kidogo, then you start practicing.
Yes.
And it's what I could say, that we do around, and what should be done around organizations. That even those people that are leading others, those people telling others about those excellent route to excellence, should be themselves kielelezo, an inspiration towards the same.
Yes.
Like that is what I believe I'm doing myself. And whoever that is below me, you see, when they look at me, the way I dress, the way I do my things, then they think we should be like this director. It becomes very easy for you to tell that person about that excellence, because they could see it in you.
Yes, yes.
You see. Yeah, so because others, I've seen people saying, oh, you see, mimi ni kiongozi, you must do what I tell you, but don't do what I do. A foolish statement.
Yeah.
Yes, a confused statement. We should be those people.
Leading by example.
Leading by example. Leading even by people admiring what we do. And then by so doing, like Jesus did.
Yes.
Wherever Jesus went, he attracted people. People followed him even without him calling them, because he had that spirit of excellence. They could see watu walikuwa naacha kazi wanaandama Yesu hata bila kuitwa. Multitudes. Yesu hakusimama mahali akaita watu kujeni. People followed him.
Yes.
Hadi wanashikwa na njaa, anaenda kuwafanyia chakula kwa barabara.
Yes.
You see? So we should be those people ambao pia tuna inspire wengine kulingana na ile matendo yetu na hata ile from kuonekana and all that we do in society. Yes sir.
Wow, that's good. Director ananifurahisha, anasema ya kwamba sisi lazima tuwe vielelezo. If we want that excellence ifanyike katika community, sisi ndio tunafaa kuanzisha. Then lazima tukue watu ambao ni submissive. Anasema watu ambao wako tayari kukemewa, kuambiwa hiyo kitu ifaa hivyo, this one inafaa kwenda hivi, hii inafaa kwa hivyo. That means hii shule iko connected to discipline. That's what anajaribu kusema ya kwamba discipline lazima ikue ndani. When you put yourself in a discipline, mahali fulani utaweza kudeliver kitu ambayo ni kitu mzuri. That's what the director is trying to say. Lazima tukubali kukemewa. Wewe ambao umeuliza hii swali ambao is excellent as spirit, maybe ulikuwa unasema pengine uende uombewe ama uraiziwe mkono ndio hiyo roho ikuingie. Hapa unapata kuelewa ya kwamba pia kuna submission, hapo inafaa kuna kufollow, kuna vitu mingi na jinsi ambayo director anasema na pastor pia anasema. Tumishi wa Mungu, another question ambayo inainuka hapo katika direction wakati director anaelezea, amesema ya kwamba kuna kukemewa. Paulo anasema ya kwamba tunafaa kukemea kupitia maandiko. So that means we are molding people. Shule tuna mold, kanisa pia tuna mold. That's the question ambayo anajaribu kusema. What is your view about that?
Man is naturally born as a good person, but the community or the society, into bracket the environment, corrupts the person.
Yes.
So this means that the excellent state of man is tempered by the environment at which man finds himself in. And anybody who loves you will want you to fulfill purpose. In the process of wanting you to fulfill purpose, there is something called correction. Now, here is English. Any English word that ends with I-O-N speaks of an action. If I say, I am lost, I am looking for direction. This is Engeza? Ezesha. I'm looking for direction to Ezesha. What I'm saying is, I am asking for the direct action to reach Ezesha. Now, that is the place of correction. Correction is an action that is made on you to help you rectify so that you reach where you are going.
Yes.
So correction is very important. And correction comes in many forms and in many ways. So in the journey to helping people fulfill their purposes, in the journey towards seeing people lead excellent lives, we must correct them. And we must also be ready to learn and to be corrected. Usifikiria kwamba umefika, you cannot be corrected. We learn every day. And this is where excellence comes, when I am able to learn from a brother, learn from a sister, from a close or from afar. The little things you learn from different places help you grow in different areas of your life. Now listen to me very well. If you will grow in one area of your life and you do not grow in other areas of your life, the areas that are not grown will pull down the area of your growth. Life, the journey of excellent living is like the brick game. Ukicheza brick game, ukijenga sehemu moja imepanda juu sana, hizi zingine ziko chini zinafanana namna gani? Zinavuruta hii chini to fill the gap. And that brings a lot of frustration in life. And so, in the journey towards correction, those whom God has given the duty and responsibility to help others is the capacity to help people holistically. Personally, mimi nakuanga na shida sana na wale wanahubiria watu omba. Mtu akikaa sana kazi yake ni kuomba tu, atapanda sana kwa hali ya maombi. Area zingine kama hajapata nafasi ya kufanya kazi kukomaa, maombi iko hapa juu, elimu iko chini, familia iko chini. Now because this also need to grow, what they do, they only pull down your prayer life. Down. You start as zero. So the best way it is to correct people, harnessing various capacities, helping people grow holistically. And the term holistically means spirit, soul, mind, heart, body, and the environment. That and only then we can speak of correction, because definitely from the day the devil fell down on earth, he came and he spoiled everything. And we have the duty and responsibility to rearrange the environment. And I must mention that the environment is created. And I repeat, the environment is created. It is created by people who choose to behave in a specific manner. The environment for excellency can be created irrespective of where you are. Think of Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But what was the state of the heavens and what was the state of the earth? Empty, void, darkness covered the surface. Yani ni mahali ukiangalia, there is no hope for living. Now, the spirit of excellence brings a specific behavior in the place, and the Spirit of God begins to hover over, looking at what to do to change the situation. What did he do? He corrected the state of the planet Earth.
Yes.
And please, it did not take one day. It did not take 2 days or 3 days. Correction takes time. Now, before I hand over the mic, imagine if the planet Earth was a human being who is not ready to be corrected.
That is wonderful.
The planet Earth, though the willingness from God to change the planet Earth, to improve the state of the planet Earth, because the Hebrew word, when we say the earth was empty and void, the Hebrew word used there is tobo, which means dry, desert, full of darkness, with no attractive beauty in it. And God comes to correct. He begins to put things in order. Now, if the planet Earth was a human being who refused things to be put in order, and I will say what I always say when I'm in my leadership classes: those who are not ready to learn from you, leave them alone.
Wow, I love this. This is pastoral view. Anasema ya kwamba be ready to run. Yani anasema hakuna njia ingine, excellent haina njia ingine. Yes ni spirit, but you must work toward it. Na ndio unaona kanisani lazima ukubali kusubmit yourself, ufundishwe uweze kuelewa kabisa. Upande mwingine wa director pia anasema ya kwamba hapa pia wanafundisha na pia wana create environment ambayo ni excellent. That you hata unasema upande ya submission lazima.
Tunakemea pia.
Beautiful.
I want you to testify that. Wenyinyi pia mnakemea, mnarekebisha na umesema yani ya Kiswahili mnakemea pia.
Tunakemea.
I thank God.
We correct.
So we are molding also.
Yes, we mold, because now you see, even in church, even when we are told of salvation.
Yes.
Salvation hiyo kuokoka, si kuacha dhambi.
Yes.
You see, salvation does not, si mtu anaacha dhambi, lakini salvation ni kumpokea Yesu.
Yes.
Kama ile kupokea ile spirit ya excellence.
Yes.
So that now when Jesus is in you, yeye mwenyewe siroli atakusaidia sasa kuacha dhambi.
Yes.
You see, because you have welcomed him, then you have received salvation.
Yes.
Like Pastor says, it's not a one-day thing. So anywhere when you talk of excellency, first you receive that spirit of excellency, you accept kwamba. Now you said, you know, ni mindset pia. It's psychological. You know, Pastor, my brother here, if
Baraka,
Baraka, if he was to say, naona kama angepewa dakika moja mbele angekueleza kwamba this thing pia ni psychological. Because si shindano unadungwa. Ni ile kukubali kwamba I can do this thing. So it enters you. Once it has entered, you know, you start working towards it.
Yes, yes.
So even an environment of learning, you know, an institution like ours here, it's an institution like that of church.
Yes.
It's only that here, perhaps when you teach people in leadership and such, you go to church where you thought the word. But you know what molds that leadership, that excellency, the factors are almost common.
Yes,
they are
yes.
constant. So even in such an environment as this of ours, we do, actually we tunakemea sana. Yes, for you, then there must be that discipline, there must be that good environment. Even in this corporate world, then we must be able to read from those people also who have excelled in those areas.
Yes, yes.
Then of course be ready to change. You see, you cannot change someone who is not ready to change.
Sure.
Yeah, today. You cannot. Pastor says kwamba wachana naye.
Yes.
And this there must be that person who does not only take from people and you go implementing. You know, when you take ideas from people, even from those who have excelled.
Yes.
You know, at times people say, hey, enda zungumziwe na wazee, wazee ni wa hekima. Sio wazee wote ni wa hekima.
Yes, yes.
Remember, even fools grow old.
Grow old, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we may be having old fools.
Yes.
So what we say, another bishop friend of mine told me kwamba akili za kuambiwa changanya na za kwako
Kabisa.
you see kwamba even as you pick, then you should be able to discern this one if I applied it, because at times even something that someone applied and went right, you could apply it today and go a different direction.
Yes, yes.
So picking and learning from others does not necessarily again mean you go implementing directly what they have done. So wisdom is a requirement.
Yes,
Also in that kind of that is what I could say.
Yes.
That you must be wise for you to work that kind of excellence. Pastor will tell you today so. So wisdom, I do not know now, Pastor. If wisdom is something also you acquire or you just come with it to this world, perhaps the Pastor will tell us.
Let us. He's going to tell us right now.
How about this wisdom? Because what I know, for you to excel, you must be a wise person.
Yes, yes.
Someone who could be able to see, okay, this is what the director did and excelled. I may do this the same thing, but it may not be the outcome may not be the same to me
Yes, yes.
as that of director. Now, when we talk of wisdom, let me also come up with my own subtopic. Pastor, what could you tell us today about wisdom? Because we say excellence is a spirit one could acquire and then you work towards it. How about this wisdom? Because I know for real, wisdom is a requirement. But I may not tell now exactly. It's also wisdom a spirit that one could acquire. I do not know what my brother has to say about it. What I know is a requirement. How to go about wisdom now? How is it that you could acquire wisdom? Because does it mean someone who was not born wise dies unwise? You know? Because and now that wisdom is a requirement, it's an ingredient in this excellence journey, then that could also mean that person almost permanently does not stand a chance of becoming excellent in life.
Yes, yes.
So how about this wisdom?
Wow,
What could you say about
that is a question that is throwing it to Pastor Mwamba, and I like it. And David was told, get wisdom and get understanding is a principal thing. Now, how do you get this wisdom? Is it, he has asked, is it a spirit also, or what?
Wisdom is a spirit. Wisdom is a spirit. The Hebrew word hekmah. It is something that is acquired through teachings. The easiest definition of wisdom is this. Wisdom is applied knowledge. Wisdom is applied knowledge. Umeambiwa vitu vingi, kama hauta practice, you are not wise. The easiest way to define wisdom is that wisdom is applied knowledge.
Yes, yes.
In the right place, within the right context, with the right people. So when you are able to discern the people you are surrounded with, the place and the occasion, based on a specific knowledge that you have, when you apply that knowledge at that moment, it is called wisdom.
Yes, yes.
And so, like any other spirit, it is either innate, which means you are born with, or it is acquired. You learn from others.
Yes, yes.
And the growth of wisdom, be it innate or acquired, is in the practice.
Yes.
The best example is this. If someone is naturally born a singer, and is not practicing singing. And someone who is not naturally born a singer practices singing. If after a while, the one who is naturally a singer, who is not practicing, may not hit some high notes, while the one who is not naturally a singer will be able to. Why? Because practice makes perfect. And so this comes in to say either innate wisdom or acquired wisdom, the practice of the knowledge and the skills is very important. Proverbs chapter 8 will tell you that wisdom is a person, because a spirit is actually a person, and wisdom is calling. She is calling. She's telling you this is the way. Now, the way in which wisdom is calling and wisdom is speaking to people, it is through the excellent living of others that we can emulate within specific context. Because as he said, if you emulate something out of context, is the simplest definition of foolishness.
Yes, yes.
If you emulate something out of its context, it is simple foolishness, and that is so destructive. And so the process of learning, understanding, putting into practice what you have learned qualifies knowledge. Sorry, qualifies wisdom. And because wisdom is a spirit, no human entity is able to fully manifest any spirit in one time. So the spirit continues to increase in us as we practice. The spirit continues to increase in us as we practice. And since we have agreed already that wisdom is a spirit, wisdom increases in us as we practice. And the easiest way to acquire wisdom, it is to observe those who have gone ahead of us. And by the way, you can learn even from mistakes of those who went ahead of us. There are things you will not do kwa sababu kuna mtu aliishi mbele yako alifanya na haikufanikiwa. So you learn not to do that. Kwa mfano, ukiweka mkono yako ndani ya stima kwa socket ukiwa na maji, wisdom will tell you kuna mtu alifanyanga hivyo aligongwa na stima. Even if you don't see electricity moving around, you know this thing. Somebody lived ahead of me, aliweka mikono hapo, alifanywa hivi. When you don't, you are exercising wisdom.
Yes, yes.
So, as we said before, wisdom is a spirit, and every spirit is only revealed through people who believe it, behave like it, materialize or manifest it. Yes, sir.
Wow, wow. I'm really getting this, is so powerful. Nimeipata katika angu ambao sikutarajia, because nimeanza kupata pia mimi I need to work on some areas, because nimepata leo walimu wazuri sana ambao wananifundisha. For you to work on your excellent, lazima ukae chini ya watu ambao wana submit. Masaa yangu inanikimbisha sana, lakini ningependa tu kidogo nipatie director wetu atuambie ya kwamba hakuna shortcut in excellence. You have to follow the protocol.
Just as you put it, sir.
Yes.
Someone says that this life,
no shortcut.
No shortcut. Actually, there's a guy who says that this life, no balance.
No balance. Yes.
No balance.
Yes, yes.
Even in this journey of excellence, there's no shortcut. You must work towards it.
Yes, yes.
It's a process. You know, you cook through the process until now you come up with the whole meal, which is perfection. So what I would tell people is that today, you know, the problem that people have is when someone sees another person has achieved the ABCD, they just want to wake up in the morning and achieve the same.
Yes, yes.
And that is where many people have gone wrong. People have worked, you know, even this is salvation process. Jesus did not just come one day. Jesus did ministry for a long time.
Yes.
He went through the good part. There was the good part of it, and the other side that was negative. Yeah, Jesus, for example, alienda kwa desert siku kadhaa bila kukula.
Yes, yes.
Kuna siku zile alifurahi, alienda kwa kanisa akafundisha watu. mpaka mwisho kuna siku alitandikwa, tumekuwa kilio, na kuna siku alifufuka watu wakashangilia.
Yes, yes.
So you see, it's a process.
Yes.
It's not something that just comes up one day, and that is how we got salvation. So even this excellence, for you to achieve excellency, you must work very much towards it.
Yes, yes.
You must be able to endure a lot. You must be able to learn much. You must be able to be corrected. You must be able to fall and rise, you know, very many times. Like it is in any other person that you saw. Even the great leaders that we have today, were even detained, you know. They did not just wake up one morning and they became great leaders. So what I could say, as Pastor you rightfully said, we do not have a shortcut towards excellency.
Yes,
in this life, we do not have shortcuts. You want to be excellent, you want to excel in anything, you know. Pastor today is a ni mwalimu. Yeah, he's a teacher of the word. He did not wake up. Hii si wito. Unajua kuna mambo hii watu wanasema eti ni wito. Unajua hii maneno ya wito ilipitwa. Hii ya pastor si wito. Mimi niko na wito. You know, maneno ya wito ilipita. It must be wito plus something.
Yes,
He must have worked towards it. So that today when I ask him, Pasi, what do you think? Is it wisdom? Is it inborn or something someone can acquire? You can see how he rightfully puts it. For him to arrive at that stage, for me to be here today, to be director of this institution, for me to have very many people below me, I also have worked a lot. And again, you are not yet there, because we are also looking upon other people who have done what we have not done.
Yes, yes.
So we do not have a shortcut. That one I could assure you, Pastor Timothy. You must work towards it. We do not have a shortcut.
Yes, yes.
For a child to be born, huyo mama lazima hangaike miezi 9. Kungekuwa na shortcut, mama angekuwa ameenda amepiga njaro huko, mwezi wa 9 ukifika anasema nipewe mtoto. The process starts far. Let me not divine where it begins.
Yes, yes.
But it's a process.
Yes.
And then everything is a process, no shortcut.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that is so powerful. I really like that. Na nimesikia hakuna shortcut in excellence. For you to do what you need to achieve, make sure you work toward it. Make sure you are determined kufuata hiyo. Mtumishi wa Mungu, as much as tunasema tunaomba, as much as tunafanya nini, lazima pia tujipatiane kwa walimu watufundishe. You know, tusichukue kila kitu kiroho. Ati ya kwamba utaamka asubuhi uko excellent tayari, mimi niko perfect. No, Daniel Biblia inasema kwamba aliomba for 21 days and he used have a spirit. Biblia inasema kwamba ndani yake kulikuwa na hiyo roho. So inaonekana aliomba ikakuja ama yeye mwenyewe aliwork toward it. What's your view about it?
Yes, we need first of all to check his background. The scripture says that in Babylon what happened, the king Nebuchadnezzar picked people from specific families.
Yes, yes.
And these families were families of elites or elites. So definitely from his childhood alikuwa mtu tayari ameshafunzwa.
Okay.
So the king was picking wale watu wako na knowledge.
Yes.
Hakuchukua anybody, and by the way into bracket, ukiona mtu shetani anasumbua ule mtu ako na package. The devil does not pick mtu ovyo ovyo. And the worshippers mwenye mnaniambianga ni join I'll be famous. You've been looking for me because I'm already famous.
That is powerful.
So the devil does not go for empty things. So he picks people with great knowledge.
Yes, yes.
So he takes them, and what he does, he only plays with them. Ananias, who else? Mikaeli, and who?
And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to recall their original name.
Yeah.
Ananias, Mikaeli, and Azarias.
Azarias, yes.
So he picks them, and he only changes he changes their names. Let's not go into the details of that. What the devil is trying to do is to help them reconfigure. He's doing a configuration of these people so that the knowledge they have will serve his purpose. So there were already people who are schooled.
Okay.
There were already people with knowledge, and the king needed people with knowledge to serve him, because in the palace is not meant for empty-headed people. And by the way, Kenya, as we are going towards elections, mutu kichwa ovyo hapana chagua yeye. Mutu asira ovyo ovyo hapana chagua yeye. Mutu mwenye hana upendo ya watu hapana chagua yeye. Ule atakuharibu wewe. And so the king picked people who already were instructed. So And he knew they had the capacity of practicing the knowledge they have. That's why he picked them. He knew these guys are wise. They are able to practice the knowledge that they have. And if I put them near me, the knowledge they have will serve my purpose. I will be able to grow in this and that area. And that's exactly what the king did in those days. So he did not just pick anybody. Why didn't he go for families of slaves when he was a monkey?
Yes.
He picked people,
the best ones.
He picked people from families
with the substance.
And not only people with substance, but also people with applied skills. And that is wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge, applied skill. That's what he used. Yes, sir.
Wow. Wewe kama unasema usiende shule, enda shule. Enda ujifunze, ufanye hiyo kitu kwa Kiswahili tutasema namna gani? Kwa uaminifu na ukamilifu. Ikue perfect. Excellence ni lazima work toward it. Nimependa jinsi watumishi wa Mungu wametufundisha na nimefurahia sana kwa sababu nimepata mambo mengi ambayo najua wewe pia msikilizaji ambao uliuliza maswali kama hii imekusaidia sana. Endelea kutufuata, like and subscribe. Ningependa director amalize na statement moja tu kwa mtazamaji wangu. Ungesema nini kwa sababu masaa yangu yananikimbisha sana?
Thank you, sir. Now that I deal with education, now that I'm in the area of training, I could wish to encourage viewers this evening. I've seen people say we were born excellent. Mimi unajua nimeitwa. Unajua kuna yeye mtu hii vitisho inaendeleanga kuhusu kuitwa. Kuitwa ni kuzuri, lakini lazima tubadilie hiyo vitu. You see. So what I could tell people today, just like pastor has told us, ni kwamba we need to work around the spirit of excellence. We can be born with it, but we must work around it. Like he gave that example, you can be born a singer, but could you not practice singing? Bado utakuwa unatoa sauti ile inafukuza roho. You see. So what we say ni kwamba today I want to encourage my viewers in this program kwamba tuende tukasome. Chochote kile ambacho umezaliwa nacho, tuende tukafanya nacho kazi. Tuende tukakibadilia, tukaweka ingredients so that at the end of the day it is useful. Even in our thinking, let it be excellent. In our action, let them be excellent. Mheshimiwa talks about the elections that are about to come. Even in our voting, let us be excellent. Let's make God happy. You see? Yeah, bottom up will come. The other thing will come. All those will go. But in our judgment, in our elections, in electing, in all these things, in thinking, in selecting, and in identifying, let's be seen like those people who are excellent by nature or by training. Let us be excellent. Let us go. Let us work around what God has given us, so that even utukufu unaenda kwa Mungu, because hata Mungu mwenyewe apende watu wajinga. You see, I think one of the qualifications najui mbona sijaandikwa, lakini nadhani hata mbinguni kama uko mjinga sidhani utaenda. I don't think. Pasi nimemalizia hapa, nikitaka kukuuliza
I enjoy this show. I like this show. I have this great men of God. They are so much educative. Na ninapenda jinsi ambao wanatusaidia. Pasi umeulizwa swali. Mbinguni wataingia watu wajinga. Malizia hapo.
Listen, the preaching of the cross is foolishness to they that perish. So when you don't choose to believe in Jesus Christ, you are perishing. You are stupid, foolish. So how to it is that simple.
Wow. That is so powerful. I like the way he finished it. Anasema ya kwamba kama huwezi kukubali kutekebishwa, kutii, kufanya kila kitu ambayo inatakikana, you cannot perform excellent. Nashukuru kwa kutufuata. Watumishi hawa nitawaleta wakati mwingine pia kufundisha kwa maswali mengine watakuja kujibu, ambao tuko na any area ya maswali, endelea kutuma kwa marktimothy10@gmail.com. Hapo ndio tunapata maswali yako, tunakujibu. Tunafurahia sana kukujibu na pia kukupokea wewe, na tunashukuru kwa sababu unatufuata. Mungu akubariki. Wakati mwingine tutakuwa pamoja na wewe. God bless you.